Hi, it's Becky with Life Keys Energy. Today we're going to work on a gentle low back sequence. For those days you wake up and you just kind of have the aches and pains and creaks and just need to work it out. So for this flow, you'll need 2 blocks and you'll need a blanket. We're going to go ahead and get started coming into Sukhasana, heels in line with the groin, bringing the hands to the knees, rolling the shoulder blades down the back, sitting up just a little bit taller, taking some really deep breaths here. From here, we're going to start to warm up that spine with some seated cat-cows. So round the back, look down at the belly for cat. Sink the belly out, tip the head up, cow. 4 more, rounding back for cat. Sinking the belly out for cow. And coming into cat, holding cat for 3 deep breaths, really rounding that back. And sinking the belly out, tipping the head up, holding cow, 3 deep breaths. Coming back to a neutral spine. We're going to exhale the heart space forward. Inhale, start to make some Sufi circles. Just as big or as small as is comfortable for your back. And then when you come to the back of a Sufi circle, go ahead and switch directions. And slowly start to tighten up your circles, making your way to stillness. Settling back in onto the sit bones. We're going to reach the arm across the midline, find the knee here. Do your best beauty queen pose. Driving that elbow up towards the ceiling. You're going to start to lean the shoulder towards the knee here and breathe in. Once you feel safe and secure and stable here, rotate that heart space up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to switch sides. Bring the arm across the midline, find the knee. Do your best beauty queen pose. Elbow comes up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulder down towards the knee as you lift that elbow up. Breathe in here. And after you feel safe, rotate that heart space up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift up. We're going to roll over our shins and come into tabletop position. So in tabletop, the knees are 2 fist distance apart, and the joints are stacked. So the wrists are under the elbows, and the elbows are under the shoulders. We're going to round the back, look down at the belly for cow. Inhale, sink the belly, tip the head up, cow. A few more, let your breath start to carry you here. And coming into cat, holding cat for 3 deep breaths. And sinking the belly, tipping the head up, cow, 3 deep breaths. Coming back to a neutral position, we're going to draw the shoulder back towards the hip, look back for a tail. Coming to the opposite side, drawing the shoulder back to the hip, looking back for a tail. Coming back to center. You're going to make sure the hips are stacked on top of the knees here, and bring the hands down, bring the forearms down to the mat, lining those pinky edges up with the wide edge of the mat. From here, lower the head down, puppy pose. If puppy pose does not give you the stretch you were hoping for, walk the hands to the top of the mat, Bring the chin onto the mat and bring the gaze up between the thumbs. Breathe in here, 5 deep breaths. And coming forward onto the belly, we're going to walk the feet back, extend the toes back behind you. Bring the fingers out towards the sides, resting the spidey fingers on the floor. Toes point in, heels point out. Ground down the tops of the feet, ground down the tops of the hips. Inhale, lift the heart space up. Bhujangasana, Cobra. Starting to fire up that low back. Exhale, release. Couple more here. Inhale, peel that heart space up. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale. Last one here. Inhale. Maybe lift a little higher. Exhale, release. We're going to extend the arms out in front. Ground down the hips. Inhale, lift the arms and the feet. Full locust. Breathe here. Flare up the toes. Reach out through the middle fingers. Breathe. Exhale, release. Stack the hands. Smoosh the hips. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Coming into that pose again. Ground down the hips. Inhale, lift the heart space. Lift the feet. Flare up the toes. Flare up the fingers. Breathe here. Exhale, release. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. We're going to bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows in. Toes are going to come together. Knees come out wide, extended. Child's pose, lengthening through the back. Sink the hips back to meet the heels. Breathe in here. Inhale, walk the hands back to meet the knees, coming up to a seated position. We're going to go ahead and grab our blocks now. And the very first pose we're going to come into is a supported bridge pose. And I really like this pose because it allows the back to fully relax, because the block is going to do all the work, not the muscles of your back. So I'm going to suggest you start on the mama bear level, not the baby bear and not the papa bear, but the mama bear level. From there, we're going to come down onto the back, bend the knees, plant the feet onto the ground, walk the soles of the feet back so that the heels are close to the glutes. No need to actually touch though. Putting all the way into the heels, lift the hips up, slip the block underneath the sacrum. From there, walk the shoulder blades down the back like you're reaching for your heels. And we're going to breathe in here, letting our low back fully relax. We're going to put all the way into the heels, lift the hips up, remove the block, come back onto the spine, hug the knees up to the chest for a little realignment here. Making yourself into a small ball, start to roll up and down the mat, eventually coming to a seated position. We're going to take the same block, and maybe you have yours on the baby bear, maybe you have yours on the mama bear. You're going to put the block about a third of the way down the mat. We'll start with the knees bent. You're going to line that back, the block up right in the middle of your spine, that thoracic spine. arch back over it, let the head release back. Open up the arms nice and wide. Breathing in here. Maybe straightening the legs, maybe not. Holding this pose. And walking the hands back, walking the elbows back underneath the body. Start to use the arms to push yourself up. Coming back to a seated position. We're going to grab both our blocks now. The first block is going to be on that top of our level, that highest level. This is going to be your pillow. The second block is going to be on the mama bear level. And this is going to align with the spine. Your shoulder blades are going to drop effortlessly across this block, and you'll be fully supported by this block. Make sure that you get super comfortable, because this is a part of the video where you can absolutely hit pause and hold this pose for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, up to 15 minutes. In fact, any of these restorative poses that you're welcome to hold for upwards of 8 or 9 minutes. So hanging onto the block for stability, we're going to work the corner of the block into just above the small of the back, lining the spine up with the block and letting the second block catch the skull, opening the arms up wide, letting the hips, the shoulders, and the low back all relax. And then when you're ready to come out of this pose, bring the elbows under the body, bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet onto the ground, pushing yourself back up. Moving the blocks off the mat. We're going to come back down onto the spine. Open the arms up wide like a T. Inhale the knees up to the chest. Exhale, twist, dropping the knees down to one side, right about belly button height. And then maybe bring your gaze back over that back shoulder, letting that shoulder start to melt into the ground, getting into the upper back area, breathing in here. Inhale the knees back to center. Exhale, twist opposite way. Maybe let that drishti come over the back shoulder. Breathe in here. And coming back to center, bringing the knees, making yourself into a small ball. Start to roll up and down the mat one last time. From here, we're going to grab our blanket. And for our final resting pose, we're going to take our blanket and make a little cylinder, a little tube with it. We'll bring the blanket lengthwise onto the mat. You bring it right up to the hips. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open up onto the blanket. Let the head drop back, getting a nice curve in the spine. Opening the shoulders here. Breathing in here. Final resting pose. When you're ready, walk the elbows under the body, rolling over onto one side, curling up in a fetal position, pausing here for just a moment, and pushing yourself up to a seated position, bringing the hands to Anjali, heart center. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to practice with you today. I hope your back is feeling better than when we started. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.